Hey guys, I'm going to try to talk about digging into the soil, that activity. We were supposed to take soil samples from 3 centimeters, 50 centimeters, and 1 meter. I left my tape measure. Oh, here it is. Okay. I have a tape measure, and on my tape measure here, can you see, hopefully? We got inches here, of course, but this is centimeters. So 3 centimeters was just a tad over an inch. And if you go down to 50 centimeters, which I didn't think about this when I saw this activity, but 50 centimeters was around, well, nearly 19 3/4 of an inch. That's pretty deep. And then you go all the way to a meter. Of course, you're more like a yard, which is 3 feet. Meter is up here just over 39 inches. So it was a little difficult to dig a hole that was a whole meter deep. So you can see my phone here. I just went outside on the hillside here and picked a spot. I dug down like 3 centimeters, which was just about an inch, a little over an inch. And then I scooped up some of that dirt. And then I started digging with my shovel and got down pretty close, got out the post hole digger to finish that up, and got down to 50 centimeters and got a sample. Notice how red it is, if you can see it. Because I'm outside doing this, I'm not sure how well y'all can see. And this is off my phone, of course. I took pictures. Then my husband, being the sweet guy he is, got his tractor out to help dig a hole. Now in this area here, we actually planned to put a pond someday, so it wasn't a terrible sacrifice. And he started digging down with his tractor. You can see there in that same spot right here is where I had dug with the post hole diggers. And he kept digging down. He's about as far, about 2 feet deep right there. Notice here on the side, this is around 2 feet deep. Notice, if you can see here, this is, brown up here, and it gets redder and redder. Can't really, oops. It just looks more packed up and red. You see some roots up here, and you're just getting down deep in that. And we got about 2.5 feet. And then to do the rest of it, he got the post hole diggers out. And you see him there digging with the post hole digger to get down close to a meter. And then he got a sample out with the post hole diggers there. And you can see them here in this cup. This was at 50 centimeters and this was at a meter. Okay, so you were supposed to fill out this predictions of what you think. So if you have not done that, or if you'll pause the video and just think about it, what might you've seen on the top 3 centimeters? Of course, I showed you some pictures, but that's okay. What are we going to see in the top 3 centimeters, 50 centimeters deep, and 1 meter deep? So you can pause the video and think about that. This is what I had put before I even went out to dig. I figured we might see some leaves, that it might be black, some bugs, and it would probably be pretty loose. You see this? Yeah. At 50 centimeters, I figured it would be more pressed together and harder, and down real deep, clay and sticky and hard, because I know the dirt around my place is pretty much clay. Okay, so we were supposed to get samples at each of these. I'm going to show you here the sample. So this was the first sample that we had here. Notice it's just kind of brown looking. I'm going to dump it out here so we can look at it. You notice it has a lot of these roots in it. There was a little, can you see the little earthworm right there? The baby one. Little baby earthworm. You don't want to move. The tiny baby earthworm right there. We tried it. I got Julia to help me with this. We just could never smell anything. Didn't really smell very much. It's kind of crumbly. It's pretty moist. You can see little particles of things. Maybe some sandy looking stuff right there. There's a piece of something green. But we couldn't find any other bugs or anything in it either. You see the dirt there. It looks rich. You know, it's kind of a dark brown color. Didn't have much leaves in it because I kind of went down. I might not should have, but I went down to that 1-inch mark and then got my dirt. Of course, just above this, which is only about that far down, was, you know, with some grass and weeds and different things growing. But when they weren't very deep, and you got down to this dirt. Alright, so that was my 3 centimeter dirt. So our observations from that, now you can, you know, you've got this chart if you want to, you know, from that, I know you can't feel it, but you can see the color, and to me, it just didn't smell like much of anything. There's a lot of roots in it. It had the little worm there. That might be a second worm. So there were a couple little baby worms in it. Not much else. It feels, I don't know, it just feels kind of like dirt. It's some of it's sticky together. It's just dirt. I don't know. Let me dump this up. Alright, so here was Julia's observations. Texture is smooth and crumbly, color was brown. We didn't detect an odor. We had small roots and sand, small earthworm in it, and it was damp. Okay, so our next layer here's our next layer. I hope. Yeah. This is our next layer here. There's still some roots in it. We didn't find any bugs this time. There was, you know, some roots. It's kind of sticky. It's still moist feeling. Not much sandy feeling this time. It was more like clay and it sticks together. But no rocks again. We didn't find any rocks in this. Now that actually feels kind of like a rock right there, but no. It's just hard because you can make it crumble. And it's just dried out. Again, we didn't really smell much of anything. And that was our next layer. So on that layer, let me see what we got here. If it was sticky, it was an orange color, really no smell, tiny roots, there was a little bit of sand, and no life forms at all. It's still kind of damp feeling. And then our deepest layer. Here's the deepest layer. You notice it's even redder. Things almost look like a rock there, but it's not. It'll come apart, but it's tough. This was hard. It took my husband a while to dig. There is a little root-like thing there, but not much of anything like that. That was about the only one we found. And this is kind of crumbly, but it's harder. It's not as moist. Things are, you almost think it's, you know, trying to form rocks or something here. But there again, we never really found any rocks in this. There's a little bit of something, different color right there. And this time, Judy said it kind of smelled like a beach. Like the sand on a beach. Kind of like little, I don't know, she thought it kind of smelled, I don't know what that would be, kind of sandy, is what she said. So there were our 3 rock samples. So we got hard and gritty. It was darker orange, kind of a slight sandy smell, 1 small root, but no live things. Your next question was, how did your predictions differ? I thought we might find some rocks down in this, but there were no rocks in any of this. It was, you know, clay getting harder and packed together the more you went. So the predictions weren't that bad off. Now the next part on your assignment here was to see if you could, you know, count the number of rocks. Well, where we dug, there was actually no rocks. So that came up to be 0. And you were supposed to make a bar graph of that data, which we couldn't. It was all 0. So I'll show you in a minute. I made a bar graph of this data down here. So we took the samples, we looked at them, tried to estimate percentages. Now remember from math, you got 0 to 100%, so all of these should average add up to 100%. We found no rock or gravel in ours, so we were trying to predict the sand, the silt, the clay in any organic manner, and we just kind of left off others. So we were doing these 4 right here. In this material, if you don't know what sand, silt, and clay is again, remember clay, it sticks together, it's very, very fine. Oops, that's the wrong activity. In this activity here, it talks about, I've lost it. There it is. Okay. Gravel, of course we know what gravel is. Sand particles can be easily seen, you can feel them, range in size to 2 millimeters. Remember, millimeters are tiny, I'm not sure they're even, on this, 2 millimeters would be right there between my 2 fingernails. So that's very tiny. 2 millimeters, about 1/8 of an inch maybe. Then when you've got silt, like flour, can barely be seen. And then clay is too fine to be seen, but it will clump together. We kind of all know what clay is. So we kind of tried to do our little estimation here on sand, silt, clay, and organic. This may or may not be very good estimates, but they do add to 100%. So on our top we had 10% sand, 40% silt, 5% clay, and 45% organic, because there were a lot of roots, and then like 2 earthworms or 1 earthworm. When you go down about 19 inches or so, 5% sand, 20% silt, 70% clay, and 4% organic. And then way down, 8% sand, 10% silt, 80% clay, and only 2% organic. And we made a bar graph here of this data. You can see it there. Had to make a key, because I made the bar graph with the 3 different samples. So we had green being the top 3 centimeters with sand, silt, clay, and organic, blue being the 50 centimeters, and then purple at 1 meter deep. So your clay, of course, changed a lot. If you got out and dug a little bit, I don't expect you to get down to 1 meter deep, but if you did dig some, your dirt could have been a lot different than mine. It varies a lot. In this particular sample that we took, and looking at that picture, let me go back to that picture. I'm not sure we ever got out of Soil Horizon B. You can see almost the top Soil Horizon A up here at the top. That's the brown, and you get down into that red clay. But I think, and maybe it's because it was on this hill, you can see the tree line back there. This is on a hill. This soil, I don't think we ever got out of Soil Horizon B there. We'll get a little bit of your review material here, and I'll go back over this in another video. But in these Soil Horizons, now, we don't know how deep these are. This Soil Horizon A was probably in our first sample. I think we got down into B in our second and stayed in B, because I don't think we ever got down into Soil Horizon C where we were digging. And it might be, hard to get down this deep some places. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. It was kind of fun to get outside and do this. It's a beautiful day. Miss y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.